Hello, my crafty friends. I am back for February 1st to go over the Spellbinders club kits with you. February 2025 club kits are called Step Into Spring, which consist of 10 club kits, and they all are a la carte, or you can choose to buy the full deluxe caboodle. The caboodle is always 60% off, and we'll go into that a little bit later, but I just wanted to jump right in. I've got the full caboodle here so you can see it, and I've got a few samples to share as well. I always like to do this just so you guys can see it up close early in the month, so if there's anything you want or would like to see a closer up close look at, you can do that here and it'll help you make any decisions that you might have. I also like to tell you things that I notice about it, which as a consumer that I am, I would like to know up front as well. So let's look at the large die of the month. This one here is called Dancin' Hoppy Bunnies Everywhere, and it is quite large. It makes a large bunny, and it does do the dancing, though I did not make it dance this time. I did something a little different with it, of course, because I love doing that. I'll show you that in a minute. But he's got all the little pieces that go on top, and of course, like Spellbinders always does, you have the debossed areas, so when you die cut it, you know exactly where the pieces lay. And then you can dress the bunny up, either a girl bunny or a boy bunny. Then there are Easter eggs back here also. The kit just keeps giving. You have 3 decorative Easter eggs with inlays back here. You have a flower, you have 2 sentiments, and then you have 2 styles of bow. There's one bow here, and then there is another bow right down here. I believe one is to go around the egg, and this one is for the hair. So I believe this one can also go around a smaller egg too. You have a carrot, then you have a paint can, you have a paint brush, you have paint to go over the top of one of the Easter eggs, and then extra paint to drizzle down the can, and decorative to go on the label of the can. Then you have a little tiny chick. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? You'll see him show up on my card in a minute. And I just love the little like Oshkosh bagosh little overalls. I just think they're adorable. I might have to put them on some of my other dancing characters too, because they're just so cute. You can make the little t-shirt to go under it. I didn't do that in mine because I wanted him to be a little naked bunny. But I do think that has a lot of potential. Actually, both of the little outfits to do like paper dolls with all our dancing characters. But I did a little different, which I will show you here. But this is the deluxe caboodle freebie. You get this little guy. His name is Pip. And you get him free with the full deluxe caboodle purchase. So I just wanted to show him to you. And I just have these pieces of tape here because I was making lots of eggs. And I like to tape the outside die to the inlay so that I can run it through my die cut machine over and over again. And I don't have to worry about them moving around. The Best Ever Craft Tape is perfect for that because it holds it in place and you can use it and use it and use it and use it. That's the beauty about Best Ever Craft Tape is you can use it numerous times. So I just left it on there. I could probably use it 5 or 6 more times. So I just am liking that one. It's not my favorite this month. I will show you my favorites. I have 2 favorites, which I feel are must-haves. But let me show you my sample with that one. Here's my sample Easter Bunny card. And this one is bringing back a favorite of mine from February last year, which is the Easter basket. The basket was in our 2024 club kit of the month, the large die. And I brought it back and mixed it with the caboodle, Pip, and our bunny. And I didn't want any clothes on him because he's just hopping around. He's not going to town and going out. He's hopping around with the little chick. Though I probably could have put some overalls on him too if I wanted to. But I just noticed this little guy's egg fell down right here. How dare it? Hold on. I've made this. Uh-oh, his foot fell off. Hold on, paper surgery. Yep, I'm a real crafter just like you. Paper surgery. Okay, I didn't glue it, guys. I was just finishing this one a little bit ago. So, talk amongst yourselves. Paper surgery. I wanted this one to go right down here because I didn't put his pocket on his little adorable egg. And I'm going to put a little bit more glue right there. Sweet Petunia to the rescue. And there we go. All fixed up. So, you see, I make little mistakes and boo-boos just like anyone else does. And that's just part of being a everyday crafter. So, anyways, this here is the 2D embossing folder. And I've used one of the BetterPress plates, which you'll see in a little bit, coming up here for the Easter greeting. And look at the little chick. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? Look at him. He got another friend up here. Aren't they adorable? I just thought it was so cute. So that is my first sample to share with all of you. Okay, small die of the month. This one threw me for a loop. Let me see. Here. This is the die set. Pair of Mary Janes with flowers coming out of her socks. I saw this and immediately thought of something. So I'm just going to show it to you because, well, I can, right? Check it out. What do you think? No place like home. There's no place like home. I couldn't put walk down the yellow brick road on it. It was too long of a phrase. So I had to put no place like home, which is in emerald green foil card. She's walking into the field with her glitter ruby slippers on. I wonder what her name is. What you think? Leave it down in the comments and let me know what you think of my small die of the month card. Put her name down in the comments. I'd like you to tell me. So she has the most adorable little ruffled socks. The kind we used to wear to church when we were little girls. Isn't that adorable? And I've used the 3D embossing folder here. It's got little miniature bows, which I thought was appropriate for the Mary Jane shoes. Now, of course, I did it in bright yellow to resemble the yellow brick road. That is my little fairy tale because I like stories with cards. And to me, this is my story walking through the poppy fields or just entering the poppy fields right before, well, you know the story. So I won't go on. I don't want to spoil it. I want you to answer the question of who is this walking through the poppy fields. The only thing I'm missing is the little black dog. I didn't have one in my die set or it would have been there. So this is my small die of the month club. But the die set itself comes with all of these really pretty flowers that you can use in all the other designing, or you can do it like the packaging showed. But I didn't understand the flowers in the socks. Just being honest, I didn't. So I went off and did it myself, did something different, which I love to do. I did not use the little bows. If you're wondering, these are the little bows for the Mary Janes. So they would actually, well, Miss Melanie has lost this die that is down on my floor. It just went bye-bye. But that is actually this die right here. Yeah, the main one right there. So it's just, you know, part of my life in my craft room. But I know it's on the floor. I just have to get down there and get it. But anyways, no, I'm crazy. But it's very easy. It's 3 dies to put together for the shoes. It's quite easy. But the bow goes right here and it lays right there. And I just didn't want to put it on there because I wanted her to just have the ruby slippers on. So anyways, that is your small die of the month. And then this was the 2D of the month. And by the way, the small die of the month is named Step Into Spring. The 2D of the month is named Wicker Basket, and it does have like a wicker basket texture to it, as you can see here. Better. See that? Almost like a chain link to So that is the 2D. Then the 3D is called Petite Bows, which you saw on this card, the 3D. Then the Spring Smiles is your Stampin' Die of the month, and this has really cute characters and a whole bunch of sentiments. Bright days ahead, warm Easter wishes, sending spring smiles, and springtime magic enclosed. You also have a step into spring and hello. But these characters right here stamp out beautifully, as you can see here. I've stamped them and heat embossed them here, and I just used a couple of them in my sample, which is right here. And I actually hot foiled the greenery in the background. There you go, you can see the hot foil. And the Happy Easter actually came from another set in my stash from last year. It is Spring Bunnies by Simon Hurley. That was the set that I used for the Happy Easter. And if you have this set, you could actually make this card, because you could use some of these characters the same way I've used these. But this set, I wanted to tell you one thing about this set to be aware of. If you usually get this set, usually these all have dies, the sentiments. That's one really nice thing about this set. And for some reason, this month, there are no dies for the sentiment. So I wanted you to be aware of that. I'm not sure why. Maybe because we have a lot of colorable images, but I don't know why. But I wanted you to be aware of that as a consumer, that they don't have those images. They do have the dies for here, and they have the dies for all of this, but just not the sentiments. And on this also, I used the eggs, of course, from the large die, and then this frame came out of my stash as well. That was, let me see, what was that? That was from, I believe it was November 2024. And it's just like this set here, except it's the rectangle. This month we have the scallop, and it is called the Stitched Scallop Card Front and Tag. And it's exactly like the rectangle, which I used here, except I didn't stitch it here. We are actually going to stitch it in one of the videos coming up, and we're going to stencil in this one. So it's going to be called Stencil and Stitch or something similar to that. And I'm going to show you both. I'm going to stencil the full stencil of the month, and then we're going to do some stitching together and put it all together. Because we craft together on this channel. So how many times can you say together in a sentence? Or was that numerous sentences? Okay, so I did this with the Stampin' Die, the large die, and that set, the stitching of the month from November. But this one here is quite beautiful. And in my card, I actually use, I'm not going to show it to you today because you got to come back for the video to see it. But we actually stitch the outside one. Then we use this layer and we use the stencil. And then we actually use some of these as well. And I'll show you how I use them in the video. So again, that one is called Stitching Die of the Month, Stitched Scallop and Card Front, Scalloped Card Front and Tag. Now, this is one of my favorites of the month, the stitching, but I think my all-time favorite is a no-brainer, the BetterPress. This is stunning. Look at the detail of this. It is vintage. It is classy. It's just gorgeous. It's called Luxe Damask. And the sentiments read, "May your days be as bright as spring flowers. Thank you in sending Easter blessings." I have them right here if you want to see them pressed out. And then they're a nice size. I like them. You do get the dies. Here is the actual press plate. And you do, yeah, there's the coordinating dies. But this is registration. So in our video coming up with this one, we're going to make 3 different cards using vintage color schemes. And I'm going to show you how to do the registration with this one. I have to say, if any of you out there are still kind of on the edge about registration and you're not really feeling like it's for you, this is the easiest registration plate I've ever used. It doesn't wiggle around on you. It's not hard to line up. And it would probably be one I would recommend. No, it's not probably. It is the one I would recommend for beginners. So we're going to do it together, not once, not twice, but 3 times on screen. So I will show you how easy it is. And we're going to do 3 vintage color schemes together. So make sure you check out that video. I will show you a sneak peek here. Just one of them. Here is one of them. And on this one, I used one of the BetterPress sentiments from a previous release quite a while ago, actually. I think it was like, I don't know, back in the spring or something. But I used that, and that script is so beautiful with the BetterPress background here. And just having the BetterPress detail debossed into the paper and then having this debossed on top it doesn't need anything else. It is just stunning. I've got a little foil paper back here, and it just speaks luxury. So this is perfect for a beginner. And if you're on the edge, I just tell you, jump, go for it. This one is the one. So this is my top pick for the month. And if you need any help, message me, because I'm more than happy to walk you through it. Then we have Glimmer, and the Glimmer is called Spring Canopy, though I used it as foliage on the background here. But it can be the canopy up here as well, or you can use it for both and have a whole frame with the little white in the center. Or you can use it as a border. So you have a lot of options with this one. So you could turn it around and do one this way and one on top, which I have shown you in a video before. If you need that link, leave me a message in the comments below and I'll give it to you. But you have this plate here, you turn it around, do the plate up here, and then, or you can put this on the edge of a card and die cut along here. So you have lots of options. Now, these 2 larger sentiments do have dies, and the larger sentiments read, "Blossom into happiness this spring and enjoy the beauty of spring." So those are your 2 sentiments. And then the other little sentiments, the sub-sentiments, say, "Spring smiles ahead and happy Easter." And it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but it just shows you that you can use Glimmer and BetterPress even at the same time, because I did all this at one pass. All right, stencil. I do have a sampling of the stencil, but I'm not going to show you the card because that's going to be in the stitching and stenciling video. But I'll show you a sample because nothing speaks like a sample does. This is the actual stenciling, and this is what we're going to be doing together in the video. So this is just a little sneaky peek. Make sure you come back, hit the like and subscribe button, maybe ring that notification bell if you want to be reminded that the video is coming up soon. And that way you can pop back over and not miss it. But this is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to share the colors with you, and then we're going to frame it in that stitching. It turned out really good. So I hope you'll come back and see that one. This is called Nature's Canvas, the stencil of the month. And that is 5 layering stencils in that set. So the last thing to share with you is the wax seal of the month. And this month it is a beautiful oblong oval. And then we do get wax beads this month, and the ones I was sent are called Fern. So I do not know if you will receive the same wax beads or not. And I did not mention the foil color. I received Lavender Petal. I do not know if that'll be the color you receive, but I'm just letting you know what I received. Lavender Petal for the Glimmer and Fern for the wax beads. Now, of course, any colors can be used. I actually used a different one for my stash for my foil. And this is the only item I have not had a chance to use yet. So that one will be coming later. But that is everything for the club kits today. And I hope I have answered a lot of questions for you on which items that you might be interested in. I will leave all the links down below. And then if you have any questions at all, or you're unsure how to change your subscriptions, I will have my video down below as well. The video goes through all the step-by-steps on the website, how to add, how to change your clubs, and everything like that, which makes it easier for you to navigate. Okay, here are all my samples for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video and the sneaky peek, and that you go on over to the website when it updates and check out all of the items. If there's any questions you might have, I do have a full-length video walking you through the step-by-step of the website. It's always helpful, especially if you're changing up your clubs. Remember, when you change your clubs, you don't have to stop being a member. If you're wanting to change up your clubs, just make sure you add your clubs that you want to stick with to your cart and check out, then go back into your subscriptions and cancel. If you're not currently a club member, you can join on the 6th of February. That's when they open for new members. But if you're a club member currently, you have until the 4th to make all your decisions. That's adding or subtracting clubs. And then the 5th, it will bill automatically if you've left anything from last month. So if you've added anything, you would be actually billed at the time of adding it in your cart and checking out. So any questions on that, leave them in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to answer those. You can always message me over on Facebook as well, or in my group, my Facebook group, Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and more. I'm always available and I'm happy to help. So see you in the upcoming crafty videos where we'll better press and we'll stencil and we'll stitch. So I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye for now.